Hello and welcome to another update video on ADA. I shared in yesterday's video, in one of them I made two ADA videos yesterday. I shared in one of them the larger time frame, so feel free to check it out. But today, in the interest of time, I just want to focus on the shorter time frame. The idea is still that we could be in a larger degree fifth wave to the upside. Just need to change the wave degree here. In a larger degree fifth wave to the upside, and we are currently still extending the internal third wave of that fifth wave. It is basically the same wave count that we talked about yesterday. You might remember in the last video update, I even shared that we should get to 87 cents next. We've arrived there now. So the target reached, I would say. And now I have, what I have done now is I have looked at the microstructure and I've added some more detail to those microstructures so that we have a really good idea of what's actually happening really in the background in the detail. So I wanted to help you understand that. And therefore I have added, this level of detail. I'm going to zoom in a minute and we'll take really a deep dive into the nanostructures. But even though we are here on the 1 hour chart, we also want to zoom out a little bit just for everybody who's new on the channel, just to, help everybody understand where we currently are. And the idea is currently that we could be moving up in the late stages of circle wave 3, which is the third of a third wave. We have reached resistance at around 87 cents. The next resistance level is probably going to be up here where the yellow trend line is coming in. So this trend line I find quite relevant because it is just a descending trend line. We talked about that one on the larger time frame, And for now, the local trend to the upside is still unfolding. There are two support areas that I'm tracking. Two support areas, one which I call upper micro support. And the upper micro support area is, quite relevant because this upper micro support area is keeping the direct move up intact. So we talked about the wave 4 here a few days ago, which I now labeled as a triangle. I did have it as a triangle, then I thought, maybe wave 4 bottomed here. But now I've moved it back as a triangle. It doesn't change really any levels, but it allows me to, I think, make more sense of the nanostructure. So I think it was a triangle, what I was looking for first. Kind of makes more sense in the context. But anyway, not so important now. What really matters is this was like the wave 4. We had a breakout from that triangle there to the upside. And we're now likely moving up in a fifth wave of circle wave 3. So that means we are still looking for overall higher prices, and this fifth wave could get maybe one more high. So the upper micro support area keeps the direct move up intact from the end of the fourth wave triangle, which bottomed here on Tuesday. And only a break below this upper micro support would shift the focus to lower support, you could say main support for circle wave 4. So that means also that the upper micro support isn't so relevant, maybe for intraday traders, but it's not so relevant because the this is really just relevant for really that micro trend that started on Tuesday. And the fifth wave already has done enough. It could already be technically complete. So I think we need to be ready for a fourth wave pullback for circle wave 4, but I don't want to rule out one more high. I think one more high appears likely, but only as long as we hold above 79.6 cents. So let's go into the nanostructures here. And please also note we've hit important resistance around 87 cents. Now, again, I assume that that triangle actually finished here. And then we had a wave 1 in 3 waves, a wave 2. The third wave is also a 3-wave move. So I have to consider this as an ending diagonal in wave 5. And therefore we could now be working on wave 4 and then can get another high in wave 5. So the wave 4 support therefore needs to consider that we might be dealing with an Elliott wave diagonal, an ending diagonal pattern. And if we're dealing with a diagonal pattern, I have to allow for a deeper pullback. I have to allow for the 61.8 Fibonacci retracement to be tested. And that's at 79.6 cents. Now, let me actually shift the support zone here a little bit to the left, actually. Oops, don't want to do that. Because this is going to be... This is going to be the area to watch, and we're already testing that area right now. Next support is therefore at 83.2 cents. This is like the 38.2 retracement, typically an ideal target for a fourth wave. And I'd say if we get a decisive break below 79.6 cents that involves a break below these previous swing lows here, then, well, we have probably topped in wave 5 of circle wave 3, which would not be a problem. It really could be complete already. If I call it like that, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, it's done. But it just doesn't look right in terms of proportions, so I want to keep the door open for maybe one more high. That's the update on ADA. I hope you liked the update. If you did, please hit the like button, leave a comment, and subscribe. And if you really like the content, then please check out the channel membership. Also, make sure to follow us on X. I invite you to join our X channel for additional updates. I've linked it in the video description and also in the comment section. And here you can find additional updates. Check it out if you're interested. Thanks so much. Bye-bye.